right, let's go. I love this like little booky vibe we got going on. Oh, sorry about that. Doesn't matter what. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have like 20, maybe 25 minutes to make this video if I'm lucky. I don't, again, don't know what we're talking about. Don't know what we're talking about. I was just like, I feel like recording today. I think I have a vague idea, but we'll see what's up. I'm on the floor today. I just want to sit on the floor today. I was like, fuck yeah. Also been a minute since I pulled out this mic. No, what's up, guys? It's Nakara. Welcome back to Grayscale. Oh boy. Oh my god. You ever just think about how many things just drain the life out of you? Does anybody else have that problem? Just me? I feel like there's so many things that are just sucking the life force energy right out of me, dude. I'm getting the glizzy glop sucked the fuck out of me, and I didn't even ask for that. I didn't even sign up for that. I'm sorry. This is such. We're turning out. I didn't expect it to have such a negative start to the video. Maybe I'll cut that out because oh my god. I just want to talk about like you see this? Let me restart that. You like that, guys? You like my little? I love my little throw blankets I have here on my couch. On my little sofa. I think sofa's a nicer word than couch, to be honest with you. I don't know what the difference is between couch and sofa. I know futons I think are the ones that are like they turn into a bed. Why did the D not come out in that word? They turn into a bed. It's taking the life force energy out of me, guys. I'm really trying, you know? But no, I wanted to make a video just because I want to like update y'all on where my life is at. I don't really know how to get into it, dog, because I don't know, I feel like 2024 so far has been a rough, challenging year. I keep facing blockages that I wish I didn't have to face anymore. It's kind of frustrating and annoying to have to deal with the same old shit over and over and over again. Like, you'd think by now maybe I build up some kind of resistance or tolerance to it, but it just feels like the same old annoying crap over and over again. It's just kind of like, guys, the joke's old. Like, it's not funny anymore. Can we just stop? Can we stop telling the same joke over and over again? I don't know. I feel like I've been dealing with a lot of disappointments in my life for like at least the last 2 years. I don't know, that's like the phase of my life I've been in where I just constantly face disappointments. Don't know entirely what the fuck that's about. I don't know. I think it feels bummy. Because I wasn't the type of person who would make lifelong plans for myself. Honestly didn't think I'd ever really reach this point in my life. Not to get deep and serious so fast. I wasn't expecting that to take that turn, but if I'm being real and honest, I wasn't expecting to be here. And I wasn't really planning out what my life would look like. So now that I'm 23 years old, and navigating adulthood and trying to make plans for myself or trying to fulfill and achieve my goals that I have, you know, trying to live up to I don't want to say ideals, just like making shit happen for me and making my dreams come true kind of thing. So I think in the last like couple of years it's I guess really the whole disappointment phase has been frustrating for me because I kind of didn't expect so many things to fall apart or go wrong or to feel set back in so many of them. Like, you know, I think it's a little naive, a little foolish to think that once you make a plan, that it's set and that's how it's going to go for the rest of your life. Like, I wanted to move out a couple years ago because I wanted more independence. I just wanted to I just wanted to try living somewhere new. I mean, I was a little bummed that it didn't work out, but it wasn't like it just seemed like, you know, it wasn't it was a disappointment I think I kind of expected in a way, or like I wasn't like staking my whole life on it, you know what I mean? But I think there have been smaller goals, plans, that type of shit that I feel really disappointed by, that have been getting to me more so. Like I think I want to say it was last year. God, every time I have to like go back in my head and think about timelines, it's really confusing for me. But I was in therapy a while ago, and I was really disappointed because I wanted to get help and I wanted to get better. I wanted to be able to open up and share some of the stuff I've been going through with a licensed professional who could help me. And therapy was a big bummer. It didn't help me. It actually made me feel worse because the therapists I had been seeing, they were not nice. They were not kind. I went to 2 different people. Sorry if you hear the leaf blower in the background. At this point, I don't. It's not the universe. I know it's not the universe. It's just the people in this universe who fucking suck ass, who just want to make noise around me when I just want fucking peace and quiet. But whatever. I'm gonna try to be chill about it. But yeah, last year I went to like 2 different therapists. Because I was going through a lot. I had some trauma resurface in my life, so I needed help dealing with that. Yeah, I saw one of them. She was a complete asshole to me. She kept rushing me. She was not kind and considerate to my needs whatsoever. She was an entitled asshole, to be honest with you. Fuck her. I don't like that bitch at all. Like, she truly was a pain in my ass, and especially because I really needed to lean on somebody with the amount of pain and heartache I was going through, for her to kind of just be like, yeah, you should rush yourself. You should just focus on healing and not processing anything. Or you should just like do the work that I'm telling you to do and not go at your own pace and not listen to yourself. So I was like, so yeah, that was a big disappointment. And then the next therapist I saw was kinder to me, but when it came time to talk about my trauma, essentially she was like, we can't talk about it unless I say it's okay. So I was like, all right, thank you for that. Thank you for making me show up here for about a month and a half, spending like, I want to say it was like $150 at least for like 6 weeks, building trust for her at the end to just be like, actually, we can't talk about it, which was really upsetting and hurtful to hear, because I feel like if I, the patient, am the one who needs to build trust, and you're telling me when I should or shouldn't trust you, I don't know. So that was a really big disappointment that I had with that. That was just one of the examples that I thought of, because I've had a lot more in the last couple of months, because I started school. I think it was last September. Didn't go the way I wanted it to. I thought county would be a good idea. I thought it'd be a nice way to make friends. I thought it would be a good way to learn and explore more of my interests. And instead I just felt the same workload and pressure that I felt when I was going to college, like a university, and the same way I felt back in high school. And it was just tough and hard. I mean, I learned a lot about myself, which is good, and I'm not knocking that for sure, because it opened my eyes a lot to different stuff. But I don't know, the hardest part about it was like the social burnout. I remember I used to feel really shitty going to class because I felt nervous being in front of all the other kids, all the other students, all the other classmates, peers that I had. I felt really uncomfortable, really out of place, really out of touch with myself. I felt like I had to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I had to fit and mold myself in a way I wasn't comfortable to do so, and it was hard. And I kind of thought that like winter break would make it easier for me. Didn't work out, because I forget that family burns me out more than anything. So holidays were hard. I thought maybe I'd recover once the new year came around. After that, it was just burnout after burnout after burnout. And so all of these back-to-back endless burnouts that I kept getting really shorted me out, really bummed me out. They really made it hard for me to feel like I knew what direction to go in. Like, it's cool and all to get lost, but it's kind of like, why do I have to get burned out to do that? I don't know. I wanted to talk about disappointments. I didn't want to have to like name all the stuff I was going through. God, it really takes me time to make a video. I think I can't sit down and do it in 20 minutes. I have to end up going through it for like an hour. It's just how my brain works. I do like the setup though. That's cute. I like it a lot. I got a new fridge back there. You might have noticed that in the last video. I don't know if you guys noticed this shit or not. I don't know. I just feel like I've been going through a lot of disappointments, and it bums me out, especially as someone who's been part of like the spiritual world and been exposed to a lot of the new age spirituality shit, where it's kind of like, you can manifest your dreams, you can make anything you want happen, you can align yourself with the timeline and it works out. And I'm not trying to knock all that. There is a certain credibility to it. You just have to, it's like a skill. You have to fine tune it, practice it, work on it. But essentially what I feel like has been really grating is that I'm still surrounded by people I don't appreciate being around. There is that saying or that thing where it's like, you make up the 5 people you're always around, or the 5 people you spend the most time with, something like that. And so I don't spend time with anybody, but whoever ends up showing up in my energy, I guess, is who I end up reflecting. And I just don't really like the space that I'm in. I think that's the most disappointing thing for me. And I think what I'm trying to say with this whole roundabout thing is I've been really disappointed more so just by people. It's not even like the plans, the goals that didn't work out. It's the fact that people end up disappointing me. And I find that hard to say sometimes. I don't know why it feels like something taboo, like something I shouldn't say. Like it sounds like I'm being ungrateful or prissy or something for being like, you people fucking suck. I don't want it to sound like I'm being entitled, really. It's more so of like experience and having to just truly acknowledge the fact that the people who have been around me have not been the greatest. And it makes me sad and it bums me out a lot of times, because it's kind of like, why do I have this energy dragging me down? I feel like I could be doing so much more. I could be living so much better, so much healthier, so much fuller if I could just reevaluate the space that people occupy in my life. And so the disappointing things I've been going through in the last year or two really just stems from people, from expecting things from them, from wanting things from them, from depending on them. And it bums me out, because I feel like as human beings, like literally community is what we're based on. So the fact that like my community sucks ass and I can't enjoy the time that I spend with the people that are here upsets me and it hurts my feelings. I'm looking at my puzzle box right now. If you know, you know. My iPad sits on my puzzle box. The artist that designed the box, their last name has the word karma in it. I don't know if it's a hyperfixation. All of a sudden I looked at it and I was like, fuck, am I gonna get bad karma for this? I always feel that way. I don't know. I always feel like I'm gonna get bad karma for sharing my honest, unadulterated truths, opinions, feelings, which makes me feel shitty. It makes me feel like I should shut my mouth and not say anything. I don't like doing that though. You know, like I know I don't want to be a negative person. It's totally true, to me at least, when people say that you give negative, like if you, like you give chi to the things that you say. I'm pretty sure it's also pronounced ki. That's something I've been thinking about. I don't think it's pronounced chi. I think that's incorrect. Because it's not qigong, it's qigong, isn't it? I don't know. I need someone who speaks Chinese to educate me. I could look it up on Google. I've been meaning to do that. Sorry, I was just thinking about that because I don't want to give chi or ki to the negativity in my life, but I know that sometimes I need to clear out space for that, because pretending everything is all bubbly and sunshiny and full of flowers and rainbows doesn't really suit me. I need to be down the middle with that, you know. I could certainly use being a bit more optimistic. I know that's been a little hard for me, but I know that I don't like wearing rose-colored glasses and like lying to myself. I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. Like there's nothing bad, you know? I think I just have to work on the whole like, yeah, shit is shitty, but let's look for the good stuff kind of thing. I don't know. I think lately I've been worried about disappointments again because I know that I want to invite new people in my life, or I want to make space for people that I feel connected to or I care about or want to grow and share stuff with. I just don't know how to do that in a way where it's not like I become attached to some expectation from them, you know? Because people aren't perfect, people change, people are very flighty, which is something I've learned. To be honest, people who have that as like a personality trait are not my favorite. I don't like people who are flighty, who are finicky, who are fickle. Throwing out the F's out there. But I know that we can be. We just are sometimes. You know, sometimes we change our mind at the drop of a hat, at the spin of a dime. But I don't know. I guess I just don't know what to do when that happens, you know? How do I deal with that? How do I deal with excuse me. How do I deal with not needing people to be static for me? Because I don't want to be static myself, you know? I like being vibrant. I like being loose. I like being full of life. I want to attract people who are the same as me, but I don't know, I feel like it's hard. It's really hard. Because I know that, and again, I'm no exception. Because again, I know I'm no exception, you know? I have faults, I have flaws, I have doubts, I have insecurities. As much as I keep trying to, like, be this really fearless person, I think just, like, logically or, like, biologically, it's tough to not be someone who's really worried and overwhelmed easily at things. I've been through a lot of trauma, a lot of shit. Not that I want to keep throwing that out there, but I feel like I always need to prove to people that, like, I've been through some tough shit, because I feel like people look at me and they're like, oh, she's probably never had a rough day in her life. You know what I mean? I get that a lot. And I don't know. That deals into, like, people just wanting to overlook certain things about me because it makes it easier for them to live their life or not deal with the heavy shit. That's getting into something else. What I'm trying to say is that, like, I know it all ties in. I don't know. I feel like I try to accept that I'm imperfect and that I have things to work on and things I want to grow on, and that there's, you know, a positive and negative to any and every of those things. And I try to see that in the people that are all around me, good or bad, regardless of whether I like them or not, whether I hate them or not. I just feel like when it comes to allowing or inviting people into my life, I don't really know how to do that, because I guess I'm just worried that, like, I'll trust someone that shouldn't be trusted, you know? I'll expect something from someone and I'll end up being disappointed, and ultimately it'll have been my fault because I'm the one that chose to trust them. It sucks. It's a deep wound. I don't really have an answer, not for myself, not for you guys, if you relate to that. I just know that I don't know, it's something I'm trying to work on, something I'm trying to grow through. For sure. It sucks to have been hurt a lot by people, you know? It sucks to have, like, given yourself to people and expected them to treat you well, or to at least be decent and kind with you, enough to let you go, enough to be honest and real with you. Sometimes it sucks, and it's really hard to admit to yourself that some people just couldn't even offer you that. They couldn't offer you the decency, the bare minimum to be real with you, to be authentic. I know that I can't really blame them. It's really hard to be authentic. I think it's just a personal trust, you know, if you build a real, special, emotional connection with someone, regardless of how deep it is or how deep you want it to go. I don't know, I guess my wounds are deep, dude. So building deep connections is tough, because when you're getting down there to the roots, you're bound to hit a nerve. I feel like people have been getting on my nerves for quite some time, and I've had to just be like, it's okay, it's whatever, even though it's not okay, and it's not whatever. It's hurtful and it's painful, and it's not fair that I have to keep going through shit I don't want to go through for people who don't seem to care about me or respect me in the way that I deserve. I think disappointments are tough and troubling because it's like, I know I deserve better. I know I deserve truth and light and love. And so when people can't offer that to me, or they are cowardly in the face of it, in the act of it, it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I can forgive you. Maybe I give you a second chance. But for people who repeatedly, continuously make that same mistake, it's so hard to like not let it get to you. Especially if you really want them to be in your life. I feel like I've been thinking about that for a while. Like, no matter if you let new people or old people back into your life, it's kind of the same thing. Kind of like when people are like, you can run away from your problems, or like when people do it to run away from their problems. I'm trying to think of like some kind of analogy or quote, but like if you can imagine it in your head, I think that'll help out. But like, I don't know, like if you think about like if you can run away from home, or you can go somewhere new, get a clean shit, a fresh start somewhere, that it kind of doesn't really matter because the wounds are the same, and that like people as diverse as we are, I don't know, someone somewhere is going to trigger you, someone somewhere is still going to let you down, someone somewhere is still going to get to you in a way that reminds you of someone you once knew. And if you just don't go somewhere new, or you don't try to live like it's a fresh start, and you kind of reconnect or rekindle with people you once knew, it's kind of the same thing again, because you are ultimately having to rebuild trust with someone. I think maybe that's why therapy didn't work out, in a way. I mean, we know why it didn't. I know why it didn't work out. Those therapists sucked ass. They were actually not kind and not nice, and I don't appreciate that. And not every therapist is like that, but for those of you that get some kind of sick, entitled feeling off of being some kind of fucking savior to people, and you think you're helping them, but you're just fulfilling your ego, you guys suck dick, and you're not in the right profession. But I was disappointed because I was trying to connect with someone new, someone I could trust, someone I could open up to, even if it was about certain things like my trauma, like my depression, like my anxiety, like my OCD, you know? And then to be betrayed by someone new who hit the same core wounds that I had was tough, and it was a period of struggle for me. And then to reconnect with someone I once knew, and to feel that fear that I felt once, or the fear of feeling what I felt once, it's hard. Every time I think about it, it's hard. Trusting people is hard. Trusting people, letting go, opening up. I don't know what it is about it, dude. I want to be the type of person that just lets shit go, that can heal and overcome and just not care about it anymore. I don't know. And I know to get there, you have to go through it, you know? But it's also about realizing that I do care. I did care. I still care, and that's why it still hurts. I wish I hadn't been disappointed by people in my life. Not, I can't say like at all, you know, because then where would we be? I don't know. I wouldn't even be making a fucking podcast. What would I be doing? Fucking running stocks? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I guess it's just like, what is it? The higher the expectations, the harder the fall. No. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to fucking make it sound poetic. Yeah, whatever the fuck, dog. I don't know. And there were a lot of people who I trusted pretty deeply, who I felt very connected to in one way or another, whether or not I fully understood it at the time or I could make sense of it. And I feel like I have to like go. I keep saying go through it. That's what I'm trying to say is like I have to literally. I have to feel the nerve. You know what I mean? I have to feel the nerve. I'm sorry. I thought that sounded funny. No, I have to feel the wound. I have to feel the wound. And I think what's scary about it is that sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm in my own head. There are like no thoughts going in here right now, but at the same time I'm like it's like wind? It's like dust scattering in the wind. I don't know. It's the particles essentially in the wind. My two last brain cells are out here like going in different directions. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I don't know, I guess it's just like hard to admit that I had expectations for these people and that they have disappointed me. I think similarly to what I said a little while ago when I was like, oh, I feel like I can't talk about disappointments or I get karma for talking about negative things. I don't know, I want to be real about the pain that I felt and about the hurt that I've had to go through. But I feel like those aren't easy conversations, and I feel like in order to grow and move past them, I have to admit them, acknowledge them, especially in front of the people I'm trying to reconnect with or connect with in the future. But I don't feel like people want to talk about real shit, and they don't want to talk about the deep stuff, and they don't want to talk about things that hurt, you know what I mean? I think it's one thing to be like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it because it hurts. I don't want to get too deep because I don't want it to hurt, you know? That's one thing. But I think I always think of worst case scenario, and I feel like the hurts that I've experienced with people are just something they laugh at, you know? Or laugh at me, maybe, I don't know. Like in a way, like it's truly never bothered them because they've never cared. I think that's what upsets me, is like maybe I've gone through all of this pain and everything is just one-sided and they've never felt anything real or deep or serious for me the same way that I felt. We had this connection and I had some pretty deep wounds and pretty deep hurts from it, but maybe they don't care. Maybe it meant nothing to them and they don't care enough to solve the problem, not even to help me, not even to give me a sense of relief or closure. It's more so like they couldn't give a fuck. It's not something they think about, or not something they'd spend any time paying any mind to it, you know? That therapist I had, she had that energy, dog. She had that entitled ass energy where like she didn't want to be open to any suggestions. She wasn't going to listen to her patients, essentially. Literally, like, it's her job to like cater to how I might need help, and she was actually like, nope, I'm just gonna be a dick, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could have just ended it mutually, but she like wanted to be toxic. And so I feel like the toxicity is what I'm afraid of, you know? The wound already hurts enough. If I get toxic shit in there, dude, it's over. Shit is game over, you know what I'm saying? I don't I don't want to be disappointed anymore. I don't want to feel hurt. I don't want to feel lost. I don't want to feel like I'm forgiving people who don't deserve it anymore. Like I'm allowing disappointment to come into my life because I just have to live with it, you know? Shit isn't perfect and it's never going to be. In the sense that like everything I want and everything I plan out is going to happen exactly as I've planned it out to go. You know? Man proposes, God disposes, you know? I just want people going forward to be real with me. I want people going forward to be honest with me. I want to not feel scared or worried. To be like, hey, you kind of hurt me that one time. That kind of fucked me up. Mind if we go over that? Let's fucking review that, shall we? You know? Because I can't build lifelong friendships, relationships, connections with new people or old if I feel like we can't get to the nitty gritty. If we can't get to that real deep shit, if we can't talk about stuff that like hits the soul, that hits the heart, we don't vibe. And I don't want to be with superficial people like that, you know? And it's not to call any of y'all out if that's, you know, sometimes we want to keep shit surface level, and that's okay. I get it, you know? Even me, I don't like keeping shit serious 100% of the time. Fuck, dude. Sometimes I need to laugh. Sometimes I need to fucking joint. I need a fucking joint in this bitch. Sometimes I just want to joke around, you know? But I know that I'm like a 70-30. I need to be deep, I think, at least 70% of the time. Or deep when I need to feel deep, you know what I'm saying? I need somebody to sit down and be like, hey, we need to be deep for a second. Be like, yeah, all right. I got you, Cara. We're all good, you know? And I don't know. In the past, it's been hard. I feel like nobody's wanted to get deep with me. And as someone who spent a lot of time understanding myself, exploring what it is I don't and do like, how I am, how I work, how I operate, you know? It's like a personal tenet for me. I need shit to get deep. I need to be real. I need to be authentic. And I'm worried that I'm going to keep attracting people who just disappoint me. And I don't want that shit anymore. I don't want to believe that. It'll be okay. But it's the worry that's been getting to me lately, you know? Because end of 2022? Life didn't go the way I wanted to. I was like, it's okay. It's all right. I was in that space in my life where I felt like that positivity was working for me. So I was like, it's okay. Like, it'll get better, you know? And then those few months passed. It became 2023. 2023 was not looking any easier. You know, I tried to be as positive as I could. I tried to roll with the punches, take it in stride. End of 2023, I was still trying, girl. But by the beginning of 2024, that's when it was too much for me. Like, I've gone through too many disappointments. It's a disappointment back to back. It's getting shit I don't deserve, having to deal with people and situations when I don't want to do that because this isn't for me. It doesn't line up with me. It doesn't line up with what I want. And so after I initially thought it was going to be like a 3-month period of setback or disappointments, or at least, you know, 2022, maybe 2023, to have 2024 have been filled with so many challenges and setbacks and upsets. That's why I feel a little bit tentative, you know, right now. I'm just like, what if the latter half of 2024 is the same? What if 2025 ends up looking like this, you know? I don't want to be part of more disappointment, dude. If I don't vibe with the people, they don't vibe with me, that's okay. Like, that's what I want. Like, let's just go our separate ways. Let's be real about it. You know what I mean? I don't want any of that fake shit, any of that nice shit. I don't have time for that, dog. That was high school level bullshit. Not even a high school level ones, because high school has a certain level of superficiality to it. You know what I'm saying? And plus, the kids are figuring out what they want to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put it on them. I just feel like because I'm an adult now and I'm trying to be about that adult shit, I'm trying to stand on business, like, I don't want to be part of the whole nicety. If you don't like me, you don't fuck with me, that's okay. That's cool. We don't have to talk. We don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? I'm tired of the fucking feeling of like I make people uncomfortable. Like people can't be real with me, or like they don't like my real energy. Like if you don't like it, just say that, dog. Just say that. Just say that and we can move on. We could both be comfortable. We can move forward. Because I don't want to expect something from you and end up getting disappointed. Because I like believing in people. I like putting my faith and trust in people. I like seeing the good side to them. Because I know that past wounds, past hurts hurt them same ways it hurts me, and sometimes we let that shit cloud our judgment and get in the way, you know what I'm saying? So I try to be very mindful of people and where they come from. Sorry, I be getting emotional because it's like it wants to come out, you know what I'm saying? But there are some people who like let that shit ride for way too long, or they've let it become a part of them so much so to the point that like it's all that they are, and they're just this superficial embodiment of like nothing, of like fucking air, dude. And I can't fuck with that, dude, you know what I mean? And I don't know, just worried about disappointment, worried that it'll continue, worried that like there's almost nothing I can do to stop it in a way. But I don't know, I guess it was like a little vent session. It was a little real to real, because I feel like I haven't done one of these where I kind of just like talk to you about something that feels upsetting and disappointing. Because I know I want to keep this channel like positive, uplifting, happy, because the world is so bummy as fuck. Nobody wants to turn on a YouTube video for like 40 minutes and like hear shit that makes you feel sad, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, girl, I needed to get sad real quick with the nigga, you know what I'm saying? I really had to I just had to, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I got some tea in this cup, you know me and that tea. Sorry, I was thirsty. I want to do a quick cheers, but we're going to do it now. So cheers to that. No more disappointments. Letting that shit go. Letting that shit fly. Just being real and working through the disappointments. Past, present, and future. Getting to be real. Sit down and be real with people and get deep about what you fear, what you hate, what you dislike, how people may have wronged you. You know what I'm saying? It's uncomfortable, but I hope that me, you, anybody watching can just find a way to have a real, mature, honest conversation about this stuff. Not that petty, bitchy, stupid shit where people like to start drama and conflict for fucking nothing, you know? I don't want that. I don't need that toxic ass energy here. Me, I'm trying to be enlightened and enlivened, you know what I'm saying? I want real, honest conversation with people. Maybe it's serious, maybe it's deep, maybe we just fuck around and laugh, you know? And I want to build deep connections, and I want to be able to just let loose, dog, and stop giving a fuck about people who may or may not vibe with me, you know what I'm saying? I want to trust and believe in the fact that I'm just going to find people I vibe with, and whoever I don't vibe with will be set free, because I don't want to worry about that shit no more. It's a long ass toast, I'm sorry. Okay, cheers to that. But that's what I believe in, and that's what I'm going forward in. So I think it feels a little bit better to talk about all that and get that out for you guys. If it helped you guys, if you guys related, shout out to all you guys. I appreciate it. I guess it's all it's gonna be for this one, guys. I want a new intro. A new outro. I love my outro, but it doesn't feel like it rocks for every one of them. You know what I'm saying? So give me like 2 seconds while I try to think of something. You know how to pull out the thesaurus. What you know about that English, girl? What you know about that grammatical? Phonetical? I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, no, cause when I was saying I wanna make a new outro, I was thinking of the color green. For some reason, the green came up, so I was like, I'm gonna make my new outro live green, be green. You know what I'm saying? But then I didn't really know, like 100% what green meant, cause I knew there was like a meaning to green where it was like you know what I mean? Like someone was off. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be envious, you might be a little childish, you might be a little, you know what I'm saying? A little greedy. That's what I was getting from that. So I had to go on, you know, Merriam-Webster.com to be like, okay, what does green mean? But then, you know, somewhere in there it was like, yeah, fresh, new, vigorous, youthful. So I was like, it works. You know what I'm saying? We'll take that meaning over anything. So if I feel like changing it in the future, guys, you know, change is inevitable. We just gotta work with it. We just gotta rock with it. So, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Plus, I had this little green marble. She's giving very green. And I'm wearing green today. It just feels green. Green is the color, green is the vibe. So, live green, be green, guys. Stay fresh. Stay true to yourself. Let that shit rock. Let that shit fly. I don't know. I appreciate you guys if you watched it. Thank you guys for being with me. Yeah. Stay hydrated. Be kind to yourself. It's hard out there. I love you. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay. Bye, everybody.